Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Rudy again with your yard service, and you know this lawn, right? This is an 8-week or 2-month follow-up. So remember this big tree right there? This is the linden tree, and the project was to grow grass, or to try grow grass in really dense shaded areas. And look what we've got after 8 weeks. So today is September number 6, I believe, or 7. And we've started this job overseeding and top dressing and setting up a watering system in July 11th, I believe. So it's about 8 weeks since then. We still run the water twice a week to keep the water going, because we don't have much rain these days. So check this out. So you be the judge, telling me if this is a successful project growing grass in shaded areas. Look at this. So you may remember this is not the real challenge here, because this gets decent sun. But like this was all brown, old, dead-ish lawn here. So the water definitely helps. So the flag marks the sprinkler. So it's definitely nice and green. We did overseed this along the hedge here. We have quite nice fill-in. Then let me move under the tree here. So as you remember, this was just bare dirt. So this has grown in quite nice. We cut it at 4-inch right now, but you can see there is still some sparse areas, or like patches that didn't really take, and that's due to the fact, kind of like, it's growing very slowly because it doesn't get direct sun. And or like some germination is kind of like slow to take place. We did overseed since then to cover any patches or spots that haven't taken the first try. So, but as you can see, it still remains a challenge right here and there. So so this area still gets watered here and from there. But overall, like, if you look from the distance, it looks quite nice, way better than just bare dirt for sure. But as this area will barely get any natural rain, because it's going to be all taken away by this massive tree here, like by the canopy, and of course the roots will suck out the remaining moisture. So this will always going to be a challenge keeping it as we have. So I would say this is the nicest this lawn will ever look like. I'm not too sure if the client will keep watering it in the future once we pull out our system. So yeah, here you can see the neighbor, and this is our project right here. Yeah, so if you see, we still have kind of like very tender grass here. Of course, this is a more shade tolerant turf type, so it's not your typical strong type of fescue and then typical rye or Kentucky bluegrass mixture. So the shade tolerant turf types are a little bit more fragile, I would say, or kind of like more tender. So that's why it's kind of like really taking a while to basically fill in, and cutting it high is also kind of giving the impression of kind of like could look better for sure. Anyway, so once we get closer to end of the season, we will cut it shorter and shorter, and we give you a final season update, and then you make a final call on this one, guys. All right, so the front here looks also very good. We did overseed everything, top dress everything. So overall, I would say this is a success, and it looks way better than when we had it first started this project. This was a lot of dirt here too. So when you look at it, it looks quite nice. That was bare dirt. So yeah, we definitely have some green going on. So this is the second lawn where we had the leveling of the lawn being done about 3 weeks ago. So this is a 3-week update. So we leveled the lawn with premium garden mix, and we overseeded it and set up a watering system. So let's see what the update is here after 3 weeks on this beautiful lawn. And we just cut it here, so we have cut it twice already. So it's been nuts. It's super moist, or well, like because of the watering setup. But it's also growing like a jungle each and every week. So let's check this out. All right, looking good, looking good. On the left side, it's pretty good, pretty much happy with this outcome. There's a few patches here, but the Kentucky bluegrass is just about to starting to germinate, and probably gonna fill that in. So this is a spot that is not covered by the sprinkler here. So it's left to taken care of by the client to water. You can clearly see the difference, what it makes. All this is being covered by the sprinkler, automatic timer setup, and this is what's left to the client. I think the results speak for themselves. How much this guy or the water setup in general will come to results. All right, so we actually just put some more seeds down because they have been kind of like washed off and maybe got wasted because maybe starving of water. So this is that same thing. The sprinkler is being blocked by this shrub here. Client is supposed to water this by hand manually. That's all good. A ton of hoses here. You can see here the fancy setup, a 4-zone sprinkler, and here in the backyard what we need to be careful is that it doesn't get too moist, because we haven't had as much sun as we normally have, so that's kind of like an issue. It has been soaking like brutally wet, so it's hard to find that medium for proper watering for germination, but not basically have puddles. So this is that. We only have one spot here close by the sprinkler here that's kind of like lacking of germination, but again we have been putting down the most soil in this part, so this is where basically new germination has to fill in. A lot of those other parts is where we didn't have as much of a top dressing. Again, this was heavily top dressed. Same with this area here. Same in here. It's kind of like this spot is probably gonna be a little bit more needs a little bit more TLC, because like it doesn't get as much sun. Yeah, so that's that. Over here, pretty much happy. This area got the most top dressing here, so of course now we need the new grass to fill in. Same over here. We had some wash off from the sprinkler, because that's kind of like the end zone of the sprinkler, and the water droplets are a little bit more heavy and a little bit more harsh falling down here, so we heavily reseeded that again. Same down here towards the city sidewalk. As you can see, we also had this heavily top dressed to level the lawn out, and the You can see the tracks with the lawnmower here. Hopefully that's not the whole reason why we level it out. Obviously, is to level out the the uneven patches, but that comes with watering, and it's probably not going to be too bad in the future. So all in all, kind of looks nice. I'm kind of happy. So this is a 3-week update on this lawn. We're gonna have the watering set up for 1 more week, and then we have to decide whether or not it's worth it, because the weather may change on us and we are not gonna run it when we have frost. Yeah, so that's that 3-week update, and I will give you a final season update in a few weeks from now. So we keep mowing this every week. Hopefully the Kentucky bluegrass, like 3 weeks in, now it's starting to germinate. Hopefully that will fill in quite nice with the weather we are have left for this summer. Hopefully that will fill in just in time and be mature enough to endure the harsh winter here. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Rudy here with your yard service, and these were 2 projects we had for overseeding, reseeding, top dressing, lawn leveling, and a water setup. So you be the judge if it's worth it. I think it is, but as you can see, it still needs some TLC in the future. It's not instant beauty as we have with a sod lawn, fresh from sod, obviously, but it's kind of like fun to watch Mother Nature basically bring in life with new turf growth. I think so. Anyways, catch you later, and over and out. Rudy here with your yard service. Cheers.